Hello friends, welcome to this video. In this video, we will discuss the fundamental rights. Please subscribe to the channel for more such JPC notes. Now, let's get into the introduction. The Part 3 of the Constitution guarantees six fundamental rights to all the citizens. They are enforceable by the courts for their violation. They are not absolute and are subject to reasonable restrictions. The rights are right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and education rights. Last one is the right to constitutional remedies. Now let's get into the detail. For first, the right to equality. It is mentioned in the articles 14 to 18. First point is equality before law and equal protection of laws. The concept of equality before law is of British origin. This concept connotes the absence of any special privileges in favor of any person. The equal subjection of all persons to the ordinary law of the land administered by ordinary law courts. And last is the no person is above law. The concept of equal protection of laws is taken from the American Constitution. This concept connotes the equality of treatment under equal circumstances. The like should be treated alike without any circumstances. The similar application of the same laws to all persons who are similarly situated. These points are highlighted in the Article 14. Next is the prohibition of discrimination on certain grounds. This is mentioned in Article 15. The state shall not discriminate against any citizen on grounds only of religion, race, caste, sex, or place of birth. C. Equality of opportunity in public employment. Article 16. It provides for equality of opportunity for all the citizens in matters of employment or appointment to any office under the state. D. Abolition of untouchability. Article 17. Article 17 abolishes untouchability and forbids its practice in any form. Abolition of titles. Article 18. It prohibits the state from conferring any title. It prohibits a citizen of India from accepting any title from any foreign state as well. Second is right to freedom, which is mentioned in Articles 19 to 22. First, the Article 19 guarantees to all citizens six rights. First is the freedom of speech and expression. It implies that every citizen has the right to express his views, opinions, belief, and convictions freely by the word of mouth, writing, printing, picturing, or in any other manner. B. Freedom of assembly. Every citizen has the right to assemble peacefully without arms. It includes the right to hold public meetings, demonstrations, and take out processions. But this right does not include the right to strike. Freedom of association, that is the C point. All citizens have the right to form associations or own unions or cooperative societies. It includes the right to form political parties, companies, partnership firms, clubs, organizations, and trade unions. D. Freedom of movement. This freedom entitles every citizen to move freely throughout the Indian territory. They can move freely from one state to another or from one place to another within a state. Freedom of residence. Every citizen has a right to reside in any part of the country. Freedom of profession. All citizens are given the right to practice any profession or to carry on any occupation, trade, or business. Second point under the freedom, we have the protection in respect of conviction for offences, Article 20. It grants protection against arbitrary and excessive punishment to an accused person, whether citizen, foreigner, or legal person like a company or a corporation. Third, protection of life and personal liberty, Article 21. This right is available to both citizens and non citizens. It declares that no person shall be deprived of his life or personal liberty except according to procedure established by law. Fourth, right to elementary education, Article 21A. This provision was added by the 86th Constitutional Amendment Act of 2002. It declares that the state shall provide free and compulsory education to all children of the age of 6 to 14. Fifth, protection against arrest and detention, Article 22. The person who is arrested or detained under an ordinary law has the right to be informed of the grounds of arrest, right to consult and defended by a legal practitioner, etc. Third right is a right against exploitation, which covers in the Article 23 and 24. So, prohibition of traffic in human beings and forced labor, Article 23. The expression traffic in humans include a selling and buying of men, women, and children like goods. B. Immoral traffic in women and children, including prostitution. C. Devadasis, and D is slavery. Prohibition of employment of children in factories, Article 24. Employment of children below the age of 14 years in any factory, mine, or other hazardous activities like construction work or railway is prohibited. But it does not prohibit their employment in any harmless or innocent work. Right to freedom of religion. This is the fourth right mentioned in Article 25 to 28. First, the freedom of conscience and free profession, practice and propagation of religion, Article 25. It includes the freedom of conscience, right to profess, right to practice, and right to propagate. Second, freedom to manage religious affairs, Article 26. Right to establish and maintain institutions for religious and charitable purposes. Right to manage its own affairs in matters of religion. Third, freedom from taxation for promotion of a religion, Article 27. No person shall be compelled to pay any tax for the promotion or maintenance of any particular religion. Fourth is the freedom from attending religious instruction, Article 28. No religious instruction shall be provided in any educational institution wholly maintained out of state funds. Next, we have the cultural and educational rights, which are in the Articles 29 to 30. First, under it is the protection of interests of minorities, Article 29. Any section of the citizens residing in any part of the India have a distinct language, script, or culture of its own, and they have the right to conserve the same. Second, right to minorities to establish and administer educational institutes, Article 30. All minorities shall have the right to establish and administer educational institutes of their choice. The compensation amount fixed by the state for the compulsory acquisition of any property of a minority educational institute shall not restrict the right guaranteed to them. Last, we have the right to constitutional remedies, Article 32. Article 32 confers the right to remedies for the enforcement of the fundamental rights of an aggrieved person. It contains some of the below provisions: the right to move to Supreme Court by appropriate proceedings for the enforcement of fundamental rights. The Supreme Court shall have power to issue orders or writs for enforcement of any fundamental rights. C. Parliament can empower any other court to issue writs. And last, the right to move to Supreme Court shall not be suspended except as otherwise provided for by the Constitution. This is the gist which we discussed from right to equality. This consists of the 5 points. Right to freedom, these again have other 5 points. Right against exploitation has 2 points. Right to freedom of religion has 4 points. Cultural and educational rights are under 2, and right to constitutional remedies is 1 point. So here we see there are different kinds of rights which can be enforced by the Supreme Court, like habeas corpus, mandamus, and prohibition, etc. This we will discuss in detail in later videos. Thank you for watching. If you find the video useful, please like the video. Thank you.